I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day. And not only me, but also any of you, all who have longed for his appearing. I love this scripture because we see this guy at the end of his life, and he's looking back and he's talking to his friend Timothy, and God is now using it to talk to all of us. And you can just tell, like, there's no pity party going on here. There's no poor me, oh my gosh, I'm still in prison, I'm about to be executed, please feel sorry for me. There's none of that. There's this, you can sense there's this pride, there's this satisfaction, there's no regret. He's like, I left it all on the field. I fought the fight, I finished the race, I kept the faith. Now I'm about to go stand before Jesus and hear, well done. I've lived the greatest life I could ever dream of living. And he says, I want that for you, Timothy. And God says, Red Rocks, I want that for you. I don't want you to get to the end of your life and look back and go, I wish I would have. Wish I would have been generous. I wish I would have built God's kingdom. I wish I would have taken some risks. I wish I would have hung in there. Like, he doesn't want that. We don't want that for you. And so he says, I fought the good fight, I finished the race, and I kept the faith. So as we start today, I want you to just kind of ask yourself a question. Right now, what are you fighting? What are you fighting for? What are you fighting against? Because we're broken people living in a broken world, which means we're all fighting something. It's just how life works until heaven. For some of you, maybe it's, I'm fighting for freedom from things like anxiety and depression and insecurity and loneliness and self-doubt. For some of you, maybe you're fighting for a loved one, for them to experience some freedom, for them to find Jesus, for them to experience life change. Maybe some of you are praying about starting a family. Maybe some of you are fighting to keep a family together, fighting for your marriage, fighting for a dream, fighting against the diagnosis, whatever it is. Like, this is us, right? And what happens is life happens and we get tired, and sometimes we get discouraged, and sometimes we get frustrated. And what we're tempted to do is, if not permanently, at least temporarily, just sort of give up. I'm just done. I'm done praying for this because look, nothing's happening. I'm done trying to trust God because look around, it's not working. I'm done believing that he's got something. I'm done trying to obey. I'm done giving, serving, showing up, inviting people to church, sharing my faith, sharing my story, taking what God has given me in my life and turning around and trying to make a difference in this world and share it with somebody else. Like, nothing's going my way, I'm done. You ever felt that? I know I have. If you've ever felt that, today's for you. Red Rocks Church, what if we started to tap into that God-given ability to not stop? I know there's gonna be opposition. I'm in a fight, but I can choose to finish. I can choose to not stop. God says, somebody needs to hear this right now, because you're thinking about giving, you're thinking, I'm gonna stop praying for this, I'm gonna stop believing for this, I'm gonna stop fighting this. Let God speak to you right now. Do not become weary. I know you're feeling tired. Get rid of that feeling. You can master your feelings. They don't have to master you. Do not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. Paul says, Timothy, Red Rocks Church, I fought the fight. You're gonna have to fight the fight. You're gonna have to finish the race, and you're gonna have to keep the faith. And when I asked that question at the beginning, what are you fighting against? I think that's when it started to feel real. Like, wait a minute. This is me, and I am battling for something right now, or for someone. And I know this because I've been there, and so have you. There are just those moments where you go, I don't wanna give up, but I don't feel like I have the strength to keep going. Ever feel that? I wanna believe, I'm just tapped out. I wanna keep trying, I wanna keep trusting, I wanna keep obeying. I'm exhausted. This is your verse. Take this one home with you. On the day I called, you answered me. You emboldened me and strengthened my soul. Today, we're gonna call on the Lord, and we're gonna say, God, I'm tired. God, I've been struggling. God, I need help. Would you embolden me, and would you strengthen my soul so I can fight the fight, finish the race, and keep the faith? Because I'm a world changer. That's what he wants for every single one of us. There'll be little mile markers where we'll get to look back and go, man, I made it through that season. Thank God I didn't quit. Another little season, thank God I didn't quit. Can you imagine being in the Apostle Paul's shoes and getting to the end of your life with absolutely no regrets? I left it all on the field for God. I fought the fight. I kept the faith. I finished the race, and I'm going to see Jesus. That's the life he wants for us. That's how we go change the world.